Tonight for dinner, we're gonna do a seafood casserole. I bet you haven't heard that in a long time, huh? That's like a very old, like back in the day, like our grandmothers would make casseroles, you know? And, I haven't made it in a while, so I am gonna make a seafood one tonight, and I'm gonna make it totally low carb and keto. It's gonna have the new favorite in this house, the pork panko, to go on the top once I cook the seafood and it goes in the oven. Oh my God, do I love that dish. And I especially love it with rice for some reason. So what we're gonna do different tonight too is we're gonna use miracle rice. Have you guys ever heard of this? So in one of my previous videos, I talked about shirataki noodles. Well, that's what this is, but it is just made in rice form, okay? So it looks like, actually like more like risotto, and that's my favorite way of making it because it's not going to taste like rice, but it looks like it. It is more like pasta or like a orzo. And I love making it, like I said, risotto style. And you guys, there is so many amazing benefits about this. It's made from the konjac root, okay, which is very popular in China and Japan for over 2,000 years. They would use it as a health food, as a way to like treat any kind of illnesses. And it's really, really amazing for your joints. This stuff is so good. It's a fiber plant. It is 3 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 0 protein, 0 fat. It's like, it really is the miracle plant. So it's soluble fiber, and that's what you're eating, and it is worth the transition from rice to this. I mean, I eat my rice once in a while. I try to stay away from grains. But if I want this a couple times a week, it just like, it has that risotto taste that I love. All right, so we're gonna use this, and the way that you wanna do it is, by the way, I get these on Amazon, and I know there's different companies that make them. I found them at Vitacost and probably other companies, but I like the Miracle Noodles brand. So the first thing you wanna do is, I'm making 2 packets of this. So it comes in this water which you want to drain, and so we're going to put it right in here so the water can drain out of it, and the water that comes with it, because we're also going to stick it under water, because you guys, the liquid has a little bit of a fishy smell that we want to get out, obviously. But this is a really lovely translucent looking root. I want to show it to you right now so you can see. See that? It does look like rice, right? It's translucent, and it will pick up, because of that, it's very porous. It will pick up the flavors of any sauce that you make, okay? I've made arroz con pollo with it. I've made chicken and Chinese sauce. Tonight, our seafood is going to be very basic. It's going to be just like I like it with the casserole. It's going to be just butter and white wine and garlic and a little cilantro, topped off, of course, cheese and panko crumbs, okay? So the first thing we want to do is we're going to boil some water, which I have boiling over there for this, because we're going to boil the konjac miracle rice for a couple of minutes just to get all, that fishy flavor out, all right? And then we're going to also heat up a couple of pans, and these pans are for the seafood. I like to cook my seafood, like I like to spread it out. I don't like to put all my stuff in one pan, because then it just becomes a mess sometimes. So I like to cook my scallops separate, my shrimp separate, which is the seafood that I'm using tonight. All right. These are beautiful scallops, sea scallops, the big ones, the ones that are so sweet, smell amazing. I love the smell of them. We're doing jumbo shrimp. Make sure that you clean the guts and, you know, the toxic waste out of those first, from the backside and the belly, okay? I'm sure you know that. We got some langoustine. This is part of the lobster family. It's so good. And then we have a little piece of cod. So I'm just putting a little bit of these and a lot of these because I just love that. So we're gonna cook them in 2 separate pans. And we're also gonna heat up the oven to 400 degrees because we want it nice and hot. So when this is done, we can just pop the dish in there, the casserole dish, okay? And we're good to go. Very simple. So other ingredients that you will need, let me take you over here. Besides wine. That is a given. All right, so see here, you guys, we got, besides the seafood, got the panko already. We got some cheeses, some mozzarella, a little parmigiani. We're also going to, oh, you know what? I'm also going to put a few vegetables in there. I don't want to put too much because then it gets watery. So we're just going to do like a vegetable on the side. I'm going to do roasted Brussels sprouts. But I'm going to do some mushrooms and these are just going to, the scallions are just going to go right on the top of that casserole when I'm about to pop it in the oven. But I'm going to cook these separate, obviously. So that's it. Really, really very a simple dish and super, super tasty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the noodles in there. The miracle rice noodles. So they can, and now keep this on the side because then we're gonna just drain the rice. And while that's boiling there, we're gonna add, I've already heated these up, so we're gonna add some butter, or you can use ghee if you'd rather. I love the taste. I have to cook my seafood in butter or ghee. It's because the flavor that it gives it. It's so amazing. So now, a little bit hot. And this one is too. And we're gonna take, all right, so I'm gonna take the seafood, bring it over, and I'm going to put it in here because it's a small piece. And the langoustine, I'm gonna put it right there. And then we're gonna start with the scallops while this is nice and hot. Because you want your scallops to be kind of brown. All right, and then we're gonna wait. When the scallops are done, I'm gonna pop the shrimp in. Now, as far as spices go, I use just salt and pepper in this dish. I got my fresh cilantro and garlic in here, which I'm going to put later. A little bit of, I got lemon lime juice that I always squeeze fresh. I'm going to put some in there in the seafood, and a little bit of white wine. So let's wait till those cook, and then we're going to just flip them over so they can brown on each side, okay? Okay, so they're nice and brown. So what I'm going to do is, at this point, is right before I take them out, I'm going to add some garlic. And I use a fork because I don't want to use the olive oil in here to cook. That's just my dressing that I always keep there with the garlic and cilantro, and then I just use the garlic from in there when I need to. So then what I'm going to do is, oh, I put a little bit of salt, by the way, just salt it to your taste when it's done, and put a little bit of white wine, just a tiny bit, little sprinkle, I'd say about a teaspoon, and a teaspoon of the lemon lime. And then this fish right here is all done. as well, so we're gonna do the same. Smells amazing. So many seafood smells in the kitchen right now, you guys. It's so good. So tasty. So now, excellent. So I'm gonna take this out. I'm actually gonna cut this pot up a little bit. I'm gonna spread it in the pan before we stick it in the oven. It's a little bit hot. So I'm gonna take it out of here. And by the way, this is done as well. So we're gonna put it in the strainer to get the water out. All right. Okay, so that was about 5 minutes each, and now I put a little bit more butter after I took the scallops out, and after I took the fish out, I put a little bit more butter in this pan, and this is where I put the mushrooms, sliced mushrooms, and also in here we're gonna put the shrimp right now. It still has the nice juice of the scallops. Yum! Oh. All right, so now I'm taking the mushrooms out. That was like 3 minutes, guys. Put them in the plate with everything else, and this is all the stuff that's gonna go in that pan to go in the oven, okay? And now here I have the miracle rice, which I strained as I told you, okay? So I'm gonna put it back in the pan, and this I'm gonna add a whole bunch of good stuff. So you're gonna wanna put keep the stove on, and we're gonna wanna put, you want to keep it low, like low on low. And then we're gonna put a little butter, and I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic in there as well. And we're gonna add some cheese, you guessed it, in a little bit. I just wanted to kind of dry out a little bit from the boiling water. And the shrimp is cooking right now. So we're gonna wait a couple of minutes more on this. Actually, I'm gonna turn it, all right, because it's been in there for about 3 minutes, 2 minutes. So yeah, it's nice and brown on the other side. So we're gonna turn it over. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and brown from that sauce, you guys. Oh, so yummy. There we go. And now we're just gonna leave it for another couple minutes on that side. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these in half, just so the casserole can be filled. Like, we're gonna mix it with the rice, so then you want it to just be, you know, just abundant in every little morsel of the rice, okay? All right, you hear that sizzle? That means that sauce is starting to dry up. So what we're gonna do is, this is when we're gonna cut these shrimp. All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to put the white wine and the garlic in here. All right, and the juice. Okay, so there's the garlic. As much or as little as you want. Ready? Beautiful. A little bit of salt to your liking, okay? And a little pepper. So these are done. We're just gonna wait till the sauce kind of gets a little thick there, deglazed, and then we're going to add all the other seafood onto this. And this is the pan with the sauce at the bottom that we're going to do the casserole. Yum! Okay, so now we're gonna add this, all the other goods to the dish, the scallops, the fish, the langoustine, the mushrooms. them, mix them together. Look at all that seafood. I think it's a little too much protein that I'm using, but and then we have this on low. It's dried up a little bit, which is awesome. So what you want to do is we're going to add some mozzarella cheese. We're going to add some mozzarella cheese to the, I would say 1 tablespoon. If you want more, then do more. All right, so a little bit of that, and then I'm also going to put a little bit of Parmesan, just that'll mix up the flavors. All right, so that's there, and now with this, I'm going to shut the stove off so it doesn't completely dry out, and we're going to put some of these scallions, just little pieces of scallion. I already put plenty of salt and pepper on the seafood while I was cooking it, so now that's nice, right? And now all we're gonna do is I'm gonna put a little cheese on here. I'm all about mozzarella tonight. Another, just want a little bit to spread, but if you want more, again, it's a personal preference, you know. A little bit of parm on here too. And then we're gonna add the panko crumbs, all right? So this, it's definitely enough to cover the whole thing. So that will give you an idea on how much to put. And mixed in with the panko, I'm gonna put a little grated Reggiano, just a little bit. See, it's a little bit of everything tonight. Tonight is a little bit of 4 different kinds of seafood, a little bit of different cheeses. So you might say, oh my God, that's so much cheese, but it's a little bit of each. So that's how I like to do it. All right, so I'm not gonna put any more salt and pepper. I'm gonna wait until this is done. It's gonna go in the oven at 400 right now. And I'm gonna do it, and this is the new oven, so I'll tell you when I'm done how long I cooked it. Okay, so that was 20 minutes in the oven, and the risotto has been just simmering here for a little while. We got the salad plated. Instead of the Brussels sprouts, we did salad. Look at how gorgeous this came out. Nice and brown and crunchy. Look at that. Now that's a seafood casserole. And then we're gonna do a nice scoop of this right on the side there. This is gonna be Rob's plate.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get all the rest.
No.
So, Rob, can you taste it and tell everyone how you like it? Because that's important.
Oh my God.
Is it delish?
It's amazing.
I think he just likes to say that because, you know, props to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, it's a nice seafood quick dish to make, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe underneath the video. Click the little bell button. You'll get all my notifications. And love you guys. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.